Hi, this is Lee Garrett and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. Today we're going to continue our run through of Flexibit's calendar application Fantastical 3. In part 1 we looked at the basics of installation, event creation and calendar account addition. Today we're going to look in a little more detail at some of the more intricate features within Fantastical, and there's a lot. So let's get straight to it. Okay, in part 1 we took a look at creating events, and I mentioned, without going into too much detail, that we can utilise tasks within Fantastical as well. Now this is a pretty big thing in my opinion, because when I look at my landscape within Fantastical for the day or coming weeks, I find that I have to have my task management application open as well, so that I'm reliant on 2 applications rather than just the one. With Fantastical able to pull information directly from reminders, if you have tasks set up there, then you can see them in one interface and even create them as well. Now, Reminders isn't the only task management system that interfaces with Fantastical. If you use Todoist, then you can have Todoist events added to Fantastical too. Let's spend some time looking at both setups. So I'm looking at my calendar for next week at the moment, and we have some events on there, yet no reminders currently. I'm just going to switch across to reminders, and I've got a couple here, just sample ones, but without any dates at this time. What I'll do is I'll assign a date to them and we'll see how quickly they appear. So in my standard reminders list, there is a requirement to post a birthday card. Now I'm going to give that a date, and that'll be the 27th of March. I'll just tap to come back. Whoops, didn't mean to start adding a new event there. And there, the event appears in Fantastical pretty quickly. It's down as an all-day event in Fantastical currently. There is another task, this one to get some test results. Now, I'll do that on the 27th of March as well, but this one I'll give a specific time. Let's go for 3 PM. And I'll tap back again to close it. And there. Once more, it appears quickly, and this time it's got a time slot on the calendar. Now the reverse process works as well. That means that I can add tasks to the Reminders application from within Fantastical. I'll just tap away here and we'll go to the quick entry bar where we added events in the first video. And this time we're going to add a task. So I want to wash my car. And this toggle here will flick between an event and a task. It's now set as a task and the fields below have changed to reflect that. So let's put in a due date. I want to do this on the 29th of March. And on the right, you can see that the task has automatically been added. It's set for 8 AM at the moment, but I want it at 3 PM. So I'll type that and the task moves in the main calendar. Now by default, it's added the task to my reminders list. However, I do have a separate reminders list for home maintenance tasks. So I'll press the / key and I can either start typing the list name or use the arrow keys to select the task list. So I'll do that. And the color of the task has changed to reflect the list that it now belongs to. You can assign a priority or set the task to repeat if you wish. And if I click this drop down, you can type some notes too. But I'll just click Add Task. And it's added to Fantastical OK, but let's Command Tab across to Reminders. And I'll click on the home maintenance list. And sure enough, the task is there with the correct date and time. Now, if you want to change the default reminders list for Fantastical, you can do this from within the preferences. I'll open preferences with Command and Comma. And on the General tab, we can see we have options to choose both our default calendar and the default task list. So I'll click on the drop down and I can choose any iCloud reminders list from here. I think I'll leave this one as is for now. In the first video, we went through the concept of calendar sets, whereby you can have filtered collections of calendars, such as a work view that contains all of your work calendars or a home one for your home calendars. Well, these calendar sets can include tasks as well. So I'll click on calendars and I'm in the default calendar set, which is called My Calendar Set. And there are settings for the default calendar and the default task list here. Currently, all of their settings are inherited from the General tab that we've just seen. But if I want to change these to a more specific task list for the calendar set in question, I can click the drop down and change it here.
That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. all of our members get access to brand new up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.